Can you eat for £3 a day on a vegan diet, but more importantly, while hitting your nutritional needs? So recently I've been watching a lot of YouTube schmucks who make $1 or $2 a day eating challenge videos. The problem with these is that they get enough calories, but seldom do they get adequate nutrition. So while sitting in my favourite place, it hit me. Let's see if I can make a realistic budget day of eating on £3 while hitting every one of my nutrient needs. And to see if I do it, then you're going to have to watch the entire video. So the first thing that I need to do is to calculate my calorie and nutritional requirements. To do this, I use specialist nutrition software. I simply add in my weight, height, age, lifestyle adjustments, and hey presto, it tells me as today is a sedentary day, I need 2,278 calories. The next thing that I need to do is to come up with a realistic food list. I then quickly check to see that every nutrient is met, which they are, and then we teleport to the supermarket to grab the ingredients. So first meal of the day is smoky beans on toast with a chia seed pudding. Breakfast includes 12 ingredients and per portion comes in at a very respectable price of £1.04. So let's put together this little bad boy. So first things first, what you want to do is put your chia seeds and almond milk into a jar. Ideally you'll do that overnight, but if you only have around 20 to 30 minutes, then that's absolutely fine. Next up, you want to finely chop up your onion and garlic and get it into a pan. Then we want to get some mixed beans and tomato puree and put them in a separate pan to the garlic and onions. Then you want to add some paprika in with the beans. Once everything's in with the beans, you want to put it down on low heat and let it simmer for around 15 minutes. Once the garlic and onions have done, get them in with the beans. Grab 2 slices of wholemeal toast and then get them in the toaster. Once the toast is done, get it out of the toaster and then put it onto a plate. While your beans are finishing off and your toast is on the plate, get your chia seed pudding from the fridge, and then on top of that you want to add some frozen fruit and also some desiccated coconut. When the beans are done, off the heat, and then you want to get them onto your toast. So let's have a quick breakdown of what a £1.04 breakfast gets you nutritionally. In terms of calories, we are looking at 576. For macronutrients, we have a good blend of carbs, proteins and fats. No alcohol for breakfast, although another few months of lockdown with my wife and things may change. In terms of carbohydrates, you can see all the carbs here, and I have already hit the recommended fibre intake with breakfast alone. Next up we have the fats, which are all okay, and because of the chia seeds we are already cooking on gas for those healthy omega-3s. Minerals and trace minerals are next, and everything is A-OK, with only potassium, calcium, zinc, selenium and iodine that need boosting, but the day is still early. For vitamins it's a similar story and they are coming along nicely. And as a quick macronutrient breakdown for this breakfast, 48% of the calories come from carbs and sugars, 18% of the calories come from protein, 33% from fats and 15% come from saturated fats. So as a budget breakfast, I'm super happy with that, super tasty, good nutrition, and that makes me as happy as Larry. So it's now 12:30 and we're ready for lunch, and for lunch we've got this amazing chickpea masala curry. It usually takes around 20 to 30 minutes or so to get it done, so let's get to it. Now I know most of us don't have 25 to 30 minutes at lunch to cook because of our busy lives, but you can easily batch cook these types of meals over the weekend and then take them to work. This recipe includes 11 ingredients and comes to just £1.14 per portion. So from breakfast we've got half an onion which we've chopped up, we've got some garlic, turmeric, turmeric and garam masala, and we're going to get all of that into the pan. Once the garlic, onion and spices have been fried off, get them into a larger pan. Next up you want to get some chunky chopped tomatoes and get them in the pan. Half a tin of chickpeas, half a tin of green lentils, then go into the pan. Next we're going left field, we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of flaxseed. If it weirds you out a bit then don't add it in, but once that's in the pan let everything simmer down for around 20 minutes. Pan, rice, heat, job's a good one. Rice and curry are now done, so now we're going to plate up. Finally, we want to slice up some flip-flop for those healthy monounsaturated fats. Finally, you want to add some wild rocket or coriander and then some sea salad for the iodine content. Final meal of the day is one of my favourite recipes. It's sweet potatoes loaded with some sriracha to give it a kick. Sweet potatoes in the oven. So the potatoes have got 15 minutes left, and now the black beans and sweet corn are going to go onto the heat. The tatties are just 5 minutes away from finishing, so we're going to get some curly kale onto the hob. Sweet potatoes out of the oven. Time to load up the sweet potatoes with the beans, sweet corn and kale. Half a flip-flop for those of you who like that, and it goes straight on top of that. Then you want some raw red onions over the top of all of that. Add some pitted olives on top. Then add a drizzle of tahini and also some sriracha for a nice kick. That right there is simplicity, cheapness, tastiness, nutritiousness, and I could quite literally live off of potatoes. So that recipe has 9 different ingredients and come in at around £1.28 per portion, which is a bargain considering the nutrition it packs. And speaking of nutrition, let's head there. Calories wise, I'm at around 2,422 calories for the day. As a day of eating, my macros were nicely blended with decent amounts of proteins, fats and carbs. Carbs were good across the board with 94 grams of fibre. All my fat requirements were met and I had a good omega 3 to 6 ratio. My minerals and trace minerals were all met, as well as my vitamin requirements. Finally, as a quick macro analysis, around 65% of my calories come from carbs and sugars. 16% come from protein, 34% from fats, which is slightly higher than normal for me, but it's all good. And lastly, just 8.1% of my calories from all of my meals today come from saturated fats. So as you saw today, it's incredibly easy and cheap to eat healthily. It will require a bit of planning and there is no getting away from that. As the saying goes, if it doesn't challenge you, then it won't change you. In the UK, the average food cost for a man is £57.90 per week, which is equivalent to £8.27 per day. My total day of eating come to £3.46, that's £4.81 under the national average. But apparently eating healthily and eating fruits and vegetables is expensive. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you want me to up the ante and do a £2 what I eat in a day next week, then let me know in the comments below. Other than that, the only thing that is left for me to say is remember to look after your body because it's the only place you have to live. And I'll see you next time.